Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Please like and subscribe and leave that donation for that fried rice and chicken wings. Now listen, man, Gervonta Davis getting back in the ring in 2025 against Lamont Roach. He did a press conference and Gervonta Davis said a few things that I think was received with a lot of criticism by many. And this is the issue I have, right? Gervonta Davis said, it's two things he said that really caught my attention. There's one in 2025 he's done with the sport of boxing. Now, that's his right. The second thing he said in an interview was that he has two daughters, and he wants to be a better. Now I'm paraphrasing, right? He wants to be a better person, and he doesn't want to be so aggressive. But he doesn't want to get the help that he feels he needs while he's still fighting, because he doesn't want to lose that recipe for destruction and that motivation to take your head off. He feels if he goes and starts getting the help he needs, which will benefit his daughters, but it may not benefit him for his career. So that's why he's going to give it one more year, 3 more fights, and after that he's done, because he wants to be softer. He wants to be more understanding. He doesn't want... Now, he didn't say he's aggressive towards his daughters, but it sounds to me like he may want to have more patience and more understanding, something that he obviously feels like he doesn't have right now. And there were people who criticized him for that. I think that's horrible for people to criticize him and call him a sucker and call him the P word and call him a little B word. It's all about evolving yourself. And he knows himself better than any of us. And he knows the kind of human being he wants to be as a father for his children. This boxing stuff is temporary. Why wouldn't the boxing community support this man? I get it. There's some people, they don't give a damn about anything. All they want is for Tank to come out here and fight, because they want to see Tank fight and they want to see him fight stiff competition. And there are many who feel Tank has not had an easy career, but he didn't push himself to his potential as far as opponent selection. Now, I'm not going to say I agree or disagree with that, but I will say this. Tank has made a lot of money in boxing. And I like the fact that Gervonta Davis isn't paper chasing. You see, Bob Marley once said, and the same thing Bob Marley said, I heard the same thing as a kid growing up. Said differently though. Just when you're growing up in a West Indian household, they have ways they say things, right? So when Bob Marley said, look, why do I want to be a millionaire? Why do I want to be a billionaire? He was like, is that supposed to make me happy? He's like, money's numbers. If my whole thing to bring me happiness is chasing money and numbers never end, he said, I'll never be happy. And I agree with that 100%. Because in my opinion, money creates convenience. Money is a necessity, right? But it gets to a certain point. How much money do you need to make sure you're okay, your family's okay, your children are okay? And when you look at a guy like Gervonta Davis, where he's come from and the position he's in, my understanding is Gervonta Davis is worth over $100 million. Now, I'm not in the man's pocket, but one thing we know is he's made a lot of money from the sport of boxing. He signed this huge deal with PBC. And it sounds like next year, those last 3 fights he's talking about, those may be the last 3 fights on his contract. And Gervonta Davis will probably retire from the sport of boxing with having made over $250 million. Now, don't sit here and say, you don't know what you're talking about, hood champion. He only made this. Look, I don't know. I'm just telling you. I'm going off of all the crap that I read. I'm not his accountant. I don't know. But I know that by the time he retires, he would have made a whole lot of damn money. How about I put it that way? So he should bounce. He's got forever money. His kids, the kids, and he seems to have a level head now. He should retire if he's not enjoying it, if he's not happy, because you can't force things. If you follow the channel, y'all know I'm retired, man. You know, when I retired, I took a job. I did. I retired from the military, getting 2 checks the rest of my life, and then I took a job, and I got in the driveway, and it was for good money. It was good money, man. So it would have been that check on top of my that job and that check on top of my 2 checks I get for the rest of my life. And I had some friends who were like, man, blah, 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 because they were excited for me, right? But I got in the driveway, man, I took off that suit and tie. I just couldn't do it. I never left. I didn't even go to the first day on the job. I called the guy who hired me and said, hey, I apologize. I just can't do it. He said, you're not ready. He's like, you just retired. You're not ready. He was like, I understand. He's like, hit me up when you're ready. And that job in particular was with Apogee Engineering, working on flight data recorders. I would have been maintaining they were using iPads to track them. Anyway, flight data recorders for the fleet of aircraft, right? Anyway, that's just me in a nutshell. And it was going to be really good money. But I didn't need it, And I wasn't happy. I had 4 sons. 2 were small. 1 was a baby. And I was like, man, forget this crap. And that's why I retired, because I didn't want to deploy and all that shit. And I was like, no, I'm not leaving my kids. So it got to the point to where I felt conflicted and like I was forcing myself to continue with my career. And I was like, shit, I can retire. I'm going to bounce. So I bounced. Everything worked out. And I never returned to work. It's only the last 2 months I started substitute teaching. So I say all that to tell you this. You will feel something in you. You know what I mean? You will feel something in you when you don't want to do something anymore. And you know what happened? Children change you. If I didn't have kids, I would have probably stayed in the military 30 years. Straight up. And then after that, I probably would have went overseas to Saudi or the desert somewhere and worked, making $200,000, $300,000 a year, and did that for about 10 years. Then came on back here to the States when I was probably like 55. I would have probably been like close to 58, 60 years old. No, 50. Yeah, I probably would have grinded all that out and worked till I was 60 and sit here, man, and have money coming out my ass. You know what I'm saying? But it's different when you have kids. When I had my first son, that shit changed me. And Gervonta Davis' children, his daughters changed him. They changed that dude. So I think Gervonta Davis is doing the right thing. Get the hell up out the sport of boxing, because they don't appreciate him anyway. Most people don't appreciate him anyway. You know what I'm saying? And boxing fans are ridiculous. Very disrespectful. And they say shit about the man. They say stuff about his mother. Talk about his brother. Say shit about his daughter. They won't let go of the fact that this man has had some issues in his relationships with the mothers of his children. And who wants to come on social media and keep seeing and hearing that crap? And I could see Gervonta Davis just totally disappearing and living his life and chilling because he's tired of it. Like, forget what he said. You could watch in his nonverbals. Like, he was being genuine when he was talking. He's tired, man. You could see in his nonverbals. That body language, that shit don't lie. I can sit here and tell you all day. Say, yo, man, how's your morning? Oh, I'm having a great morning, right? But I can say it like that, or I can say, how's your morning? Man, I'm having a great morning. My morning's good. Why? Why are you asking me? I'm having a good morning. I drink coffee, ate a steak omelet. Motherfucker, my morning's good. Yeah, what? Quit asking me. You gonna believe me? They're gonna be like, yeah, sure, you're having a great morning. You, Tank Davis. When they were asking that man, watch his nonverbals. Watch how he scowled and watch the frustration rush through his body. Like he's really tired of the sport of boxing. That wasn't acting. He was genuine. I picked up on that. And when he talked about his daughters, I said, damn, my boy's going. And he's a younger cat, but I went through that same thing. I went through the same thing where you start feeling something. It's like, this ain't right. This ain't right. I can't keep doing this. And that's the point that I think he's reached. Anyway, man, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, 7 continents. What I will say is, if he's going to retire, let's see what he does next year. He's fighting Roach. And let's see if he does fight a Teofimo, a Devin, a Shakir. It's not like he has no interest in them guys, but let's see what he does. Because if he's going to fight Lamont Roach in March and then 2 more fights and then be done with the sport and truly never come back, I'm curious to see who is he going to fight in those last 2 fights. Like, that's really what I want to know. Who is he going to fight? But, hey, guess we just got to wait and see. I'm getting ready to go jog. Then I'm going to go out there to the base. I'm going to go get my medication because for the last 6 weeks, I've had walking pneumonia, an upper respiratory infection, and an asthma flare-up. So that's where you see the videos. You notice now I'm not doing as much coughing. I was coughing and everything. I was in bad shape. But now it took about 6 weeks for me to actually start to kind of catch myself. So I'm going to get my medicine. I'm going to run outside and go to the base and lift weights. Then come back and curry chicken for my sons. He'll be getting out of school around 3. But y'all keep cool. I may go live when I'm jogging. I don't know. It depends. I haven't been feeling like going live because I haven't been feeling good. I don't like coughing all the time when I'm on the live and, coughing up mucus and spitting it out. I don't want to do that while I'm on the live. There goes a cough, right? Y'all keep cool. Y'all keep safe. Y'all eat something good. And children is all about the kids, man. And for me, that shit, I like to hear him talk like that. I like to hear athletes talk like that. I forget this fame, all that money. If you got the money, but if you got to get your money, get it. But forget all that. Focus on your kids, man. All this other shit is temporary. Yo, I'm in the breeze.